Screen. Is it work? Okay, here we go. What is going on, good people? Welcome back to another edition of Nani episode where we discuss an anime that we're currently watching. I'm your host Knuckles, aka Lace Man Video Games, and today we're going to be talking about To Be a Hero X episode 2. And episode 1 just started off with end of a cliffhanger, with Moon being presumably dead right there, right? And then at the beginning of this episode, we see someone throwing the can at the TV saying, if I can't have you, nobody can. And okay, we're all assuming like, okay, must be Moon's jealous ex or something, right? So Nice wakes up and happens to see that Moon is okay. Now it was just a dream, pretty much, honestly. Which that kind of was it a dream or was it like a fake death? But regardless, though, Moon is alive, all well, and she knows that this isn't nice. She knows that somebody else right there. She said, "What happened to Nice?" And Glenn, told her, he killed himself. I'm like, should they have told her that? But I mean, if she knows, I mean, it's like there's no point of hiding it right there, right? Now, um, they said, I don't like being your girlfriend. Like Mila does not like what's going on right now. She knows that, they're just a fake publicity stunt right there for the media to love right there. She doesn't like the fact, her freedom is being taken away from her. Right? Like she does not like it, right? And she's like, I'm getting tired of being your girlfriend, and stuff like that. And Miss J's like, well, yeah, your next girlfriend. You're gonna be married right there. And she's like, wait, what? So yeah, so Miss J leaves them alone until they can get along, right? Now Moon does see, the difference between this guy and and Nice. Was all about perfection and everything, but this Nice is all laid back and everything. And she doesn't like, people telling her she doesn't like being controlled right there, but she does tell him to be himself, right? And this is part where we get like, a little bit into each other right there because, he's asking her, why that when you use your teleport, you're always near me. Basically, the people's trust in me, is why I can't really teleport anywhere right there. Because he asked her, yes, why are you teleporting anywhere? Like, why can't you get out? Why can't you get out of here? Pretty much, like, why can't you get out of the real world? Like, if you can teleport anywhere, why don't you get out of here? She's like, yeah, the people love it and trust in us. I can always be by your side. I can't teleport anywhere if I don't want to. It's like we're the, the society's heart desires, society wants him to be a viewer right there. And Miss J is, watching from above right there. It's like, yeah, this is how they develop feelings, right? But also, I mean, interesting thing that Moon says, like, I don't like being used as an accessory right there. Like I said, her freedom is basically, taken away from her pretty much. Now, her teleportation is weird because she doesn't really have the power. It's the gun. The gun has the power. So I'm like, well, we can't really have any powers because you're using a gun. So I'm gonna say to myself, okay, so you don't really have any powers. The power is in the gun, pretty much, which is kind of weird, right? But whatever. So fast forward, they get to the wedding, right? This A1 jet between these two, and this guy named Rick comes in and it's like, I object. He starts firing them, right? They're like, yo, what's going on right now? He's being real aggressive right now. This isn't part of the script, right? So go back to a week later, and it's like, in order for to Moon get her contract out with us, let's do the wedding, but let's have someone crash the wedding to make it seem like you die, and then you can really have your freedom right there. And Miss J was all for it. Like I said, she got the person to attack him, right? But the thing is, like, the Rick was like, I want to talk to Nice right there. It's like, wait, what? You're just jealous of him because he's with me. And no, like the guy wanted Nice all to himself. He was like, yo, I want to be alone with him. I'm like, said to myself, wait, you're not like a jealous ex of Moon. You really care about Nice, don't you? You care about him. Moon's not the person you want. You want Nice. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting right there. Because they don't. I mean, I guess Well, okay, no, well, okay. Obviously, I asked some questions, but like they're kind of answered in a way at the S episode, right? Right. And so he wants to know the truth. He's like, why you been texting me? Why you been calling me and stuff like that? It's like, wait a second, you're not Nice. The way you fight, the way you talk, you're not him. And he asks him, What happened next? And the guy said, he died. Suicide. And this is where the guy gets angry. He's all upset. He's all raged out and everything, right? Because apparently him and Nice were friends, really good friends. They would talk, they would hang out. Like, yes, he was known as the his rival, right? So the more they fought, the more I'm like, yo, he had to develop strong feelings for him, right? So he really loved Nice, and he felt bad that Miss J would never call him back for another fight. Like he just felt alone, and he texted Nice, but he would never get a response right there, right? And yeah, he was jealous of Moon. So we thought that okay, this person was jealous of jealous. No, we thought this guy was a jealous ex of Moon. No, he was jealous of Moon of he was jealous of Moon because Nice she had Nice all to himself right there. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was very interesting, right? But then it gets switched to the 2D, and once again, the 2D is real. Like I said, I love the outline of the characters as well. And like I said, it looks like a comic book in a way. It looks like a comic book, right? But I like the team chemistry combination stats that Moon and Nice were doing right there. Her with teleporting, him using his strength right there. And they ever used their teamwork to defeat this guy, right? Now I wasn't sure if this guy died really or just he was knocked out. But Moon, somewhat died, but he's like, no, remember, stay discovered right there. It's my fake death right there. She's like, I appreciate you everything you've done for me right there. This is one of the most happy things I had in my life for all these years, right? And I said, I want to thank you so much right there. And she calls him by his real name because he did tell her real name and when they were in the loan when they were telling each other, right? You know, Nice, figuring it out right there, cried, fake tears right there. But I think part of him was still like, I think part of him was like, even though it was an act, I still think he was hurt because he's not gonna be able to see Moon for like for the rest of his life or for a very long time. Who knows? But even Miss J was like, "Dang, this kid can really act right there." Even Miss J was crying right there. But I said, I think those are like a little bit of real tears for him. I don't think those were fake tears. I think those are real tears for Nice because, like I said, well, for Lynn because he's not gonna be able to see Moon anymore, right? So she does, thank you so much right there, for everything you've done. And he's like, where should I go? Like she knows where to go, right? Well, she uses the gun, and it's like a beach paradise because Nice or AKA Lynn did say, I asked your fans to pray for you for a better place. And this is what they hope for you right there. And she's like, thank you so much right there. And she does ask him, what do you want? What does your heart want? And he hears that, his hair rank has gone up right there. And she says that she saw that. She's like, okay, got you right there. Take care of yourself. He's like, no, wait. And he never really told her what he wanted right there. So I don't think that's what a nice wanted, what Lynn wanted. So I mean, we're gonna have to find out and see what he really wants. I think what he really wanted was Moon. I think that's what he wanted at the end of the day. But you know what? She can't. He's like, I can't be selfish. I gotta let her have her freedom right there. But towards the end of the episode, we do see the interview from episode one. It's like he starts connecting the dots. He's like, oh, wait, Lynn is nice, but then what happened then, right? Like what would happen, right? And so this, I guess, it's an antagonist. Like antagonist come in, the God Eye kind of like takes over the guy. I think he's taking control over the interviewer guy. So I don't think the interviewer guy has control. I think this God Eye has control, and I feel so this could be the main antagonist of the series, or at least this first season. So a good episode right there. It's sad episode too, but like it was sad, but deep down, like Moon is in a good place right now. Like I said, she's still alive. She's still alive right there. She got her freedom right there. So I'm really happy for her. And you know what? Like I said, still have a lot more to go with this season right there, and I'm excited. Like I said, two good first episodes. Now I thought this would have ended another cliffhanger, but you know what? I don't think every episode needs to end in a cliffhanger, which is a good thing though. But excited right there. I'm excited to see how the other heroes are in this too, because I feel so really introduced to the other heroes as the season goes on right there because they have to be the best hero, right? So I mean, we'll see, guys. We'll see. But like I said, another good episode. As always, give us a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to our Knuckles family, comment on the video, share the video, and be sure to follow me on our social media accounts in the description box below. And always remember, J. Cole said, everybody, there is no such thing as a life better than yours. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.